Hello, I'm Sean and I'm an alcoholic. I'm making this channel because, well, some of us don't, well, even AA is not anonymous enough for us. We fear we'll see somebody else that we know there. But I'll tell you, just talking about our own experience and hearing others, hearing their experiences, because we feel isolated. And hearing others' experience and interacting just a bit, even if it is on through the computer, on the internet, it helps to know that other people go through the same thing because not everybody is an alcoholic, not everybody is struggling with addiction or addiction to behavior, and it's just a way for people to really anonymously interact somewhat with people in the same condition. And so I'm going to tell my story here. And also, I wanted to make this YouTube channel something where other people could also share their stories. And the way you can do that, you can either create a YouTube channel yourself, and you can even put the information in and not put your real name and everything. You can still create a channel and upload a video and make it like I'm doing now, where your face is not shown, or you can also just make it really dark. But if you want to share that and upload a video to your anonymous channel and then send me a message via YouTube, and then I'll favorite it, and the video can show up in the favorites on this channel, or if you want to email me the video yourself, and then I can upload it. Either way is fine. The easiest way is probably to upload it yourself on your own channel, and then I can favorite it on here. But my goal is not to become super popular on this channel or to any financial gain or anything like that. It's just sort of, I guess, an Alcoholics Anonymous network via the internet on YouTube, because it has really helped me. There's been I've struggled, and I had much success except for lately by being on the internet. And there's this guy I found. His YouTube username is Don in London, DONINLONDON, Don in London, and he puts a video up every day, and it has really helped me hearing him speak. He's a great speaker and has a lot of insight into our disease, our condition, our precondition, whatever you want to call it, towards addiction. But he's very good, and I recommend his videos. He puts one up every day, and it's helped me to, when I see his videos every day, it reminds me that someone else is doing it. His story is he was an alcoholic and drank for 35 years, and which is a big history of drinking, and he has stopped, and he is every day remaining sober, and it helps me, and I know a lot of others. Well, let me get to my story and my feelings about all of this. It wasn't so hard for me to admit to myself that I was an alcoholic once I realized that I couldn't stop totally on my own, or that I had difficulty in stopping, or it was a great struggle. I realized that, and I could admit it to myself. But harder to admit was that I would never get over this condition. That I could manage my life, I could control it and stop. And in fact, I've been sober for 7 days, which is longer than I ever have in 5 years at one stretch, and I intend to keep that going. But it was hard to admit to myself that I was powerless to get rid of it, to finally be done with it, and to have it not be even a thought in my mind. The idea that I would never change my precondition, and it wasn't that I wanted to control drinking. I just wanted it to be like it was before I ever had a drink, which I'm 30, almost 36 now, and Had been drinking for almost 6 years. Never had more than a string of 2 or 3 days where I didn't drink or smoke as well. Smoking cigarettes, and I'm also quit that as well at the same time. And I recommend, if you're trying to quit either of them, to quit them both at the same time, because smoking makes you want to drink, drinking makes you want to smoke. But just admitting finally to myself, this is, something that is in me, that I'm never going to get rid of that precondition to doing it. And a lot of I can go back and say, when did I become this way? I think really actually I was born with this idea of obsessiveness or extremism, and I think you find that the personality of someone that is an alcoholic is all the same. I am a very successful musician, and I think that extremism in me is what caused me actually to be successful to begin with, because obsession with practicing and being the best. But when I was little and I went to a piano competition when I was, I guess, 10 or 11, 12 years old, my piano teacher told me her husband was a violinist and he always drank some orange juice before he went out to perform, because it gave him a little, vitamin lift, I guess, energy. And I took that to heart. And someone bought me a bottle of orange juice. And I was in the car, and I wouldn't leave the car until I'd finished the entire bottle of orange juice. And I figured, well, if I'm going to use this to give me a little edge, a little kick of energy, fruit energy, that I was going to drink the whole bottle. So I sat there, and I wouldn't leave the car till I finished the whole thing. That's something wrong in the mind there. An extremism, doing something all the way or not doing it at all. And that's part of my personality. And I've always been that way with things. When I was about 20, about 30, I guess, 29 or 30, discovered alcohol. And I guess I'd always been an alcoholic that way, but I hadn't discovered the substance. And once I found it, then a switch flipped, and there you go. Before I'd ever had the experience of drinking or being drunk, I hadn't known what it was, and ever since that first drink, that was it. And I've not someone who's been depressed or had a hard life and used drink to escape. I've actually had a really good life. I'm married, have wonderful kids, have a great business. I can come and go as I please, and yet I drank. Why did I do that? I've always asked myself. I just liked the feeling of being drunk. I like to, go even higher. If I was already happy, I wanted to make it even better. I just liked the feeling of being drunk. Liked the way it, took away all my inhibitions. I could talk and socialize if I had, a drink in me or 20 drinks in me. And I did this, and I did it in secret. I hid it because I was embarrassed. And I wanted to quit, had finally realized I had no control. I would hide beer and alcohol and things in the trunk of my car, and whenever I would go out for whatever reason, pop the trunk and guzzle down whatever I had in there. And then finally, get wasted every night when everyone was asleep. Finally, I would go to sleep. Of course, I only smoked to enhance the drunk feeling. Nicotine does that. Those of you who smoke know that. Tried to quit many times, and it's not a matter of willpower, because I have plenty of willpower. I mean, all the things I've accomplished in my life, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had no willpower. It's not that. It's a thinking problem in the mind. We're predisposed to that extremism, that obsessiveness, that insanity of thinking that we're going to go back to this thing that's ruining our lives, destroying us, or even killing us. And I did that. Every morning I would wake up thinking I'm never going to drink again, and then somewhere along the day a switch flipped, and I ended up drinking again. I'm going to continue this in another video because YouTube only allows 10-minute videos.